Welcome to Divine Love Tarot. I want to thank you and welcome you to my channel, whether it's your first time here or you return viewer or subscriber. I hope that this message resonates and helps you in some way. And if you find that it doesn't, just keep in mind that this is a general reading and they do not resonate for everyone. And you may want to check out your moon sign, your rising sign, or even your Venus sign, because sometimes those are more prominent in your chart. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into your reading. Scorpio, welcome to your December reading. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and get into your reading. All right, the first card is going to represent the current energy of your relationship or your love life. Okay, and we've got the Two of Wands. Okay, next card represents your challenges or anything that's crossing this particular energy. We've got the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, next card represents the past, what we're coming out of, Two of Cups. All right, next card represents the future, what you're moving into. We've got the Nine of Swords in the reverse. All right, the next card represents what you want, Scorpio. We've got the Hermit in reverse. Next card represents what's driving you, motivating factors. We've got the Hanged Man. Next card represents advice for this reading. We've got the Two of Swords in the reverse. Next card represents any external factors you're dealing with. We've got the Eight of Swords. Next card represents hopes or fears. You've got the Eight of Wands. And the last card, the outcome card for the reading, is Temperance. Okay, all right. All right, Scorpio. So first card we're dealing with is the Two of Wands, okay? So the Two of Wands can indicate that there's a choice or a decision that needs to be made, okay? You're maybe having some indecision as to whether you want to continue a relationship, or you're impatient with something that's happening in the relationship, okay? But it's definitely a fork in the road, and it's definitely time for you to decide a course of action, okay? Let's go ahead and clarify this too. For some of you, this could be a choice between two people, or like I said, a choice on what to do with a relationship. I don't think it's necessarily to move on. I don't know why all my cards are flying all over the place. It's not necessarily about moving on. It's just about, like, what's the next move? You know what I'm saying? And what's the next step? All right, so let's go ahead and clarify this too. And we've got the Queen of Swords in the reverse. So I don't like the Queen of Swords. I don't like her in the upright. I like her less in the reverse. The Queen of Swords in reverse just is some very she's just mean, okay? Mean and manipulative, okay? On a power trip. I'll just keep it to mean. The Queen of Swords can be very mean. So, you know, you could feel like you're dealing with that kind of energy, Scorpio. You may feel like you're dealing with somebody who is kind of cruel and callous towards you, or you just have to cruel and callously cut someone off, okay? Maybe that's what you're trying to decide on how to do it, and I think for some of you, you're going to do it swiftly and just, ugh, I feel bad for that other person. All right, next card represents your challenge. What's crossing you right now is the Eight of Pentacles. I'm sorry, the Ace of Pentacles. So the Ace of Pentacles in reverse represents a lack of love. It represents not healing from a situation, blocked emotions, emotional disturbances, possible ending of a relationship. Also with this Ace of Pentacles can represent unrequited love also, which can lead to sadness and disappointment, okay? I see with any aces, though, it's a lack of movement. It's a lack of direction, I feel like, okay? So let's go ahead and clarify this ace. And we get the King of Swords. So there's something really nasty and ugly going on for some of my Scorpios. And I feel like this is going to be one of those readings where it either resonates, and it's been happening a lot for December. It's like either this is going to resonate with you or it's not, because this is ugly. Queen of Swords in reverse and the King of Swords in reverse together is about as ugly and nasty as it gets, okay? The King of Swords in the reverse is about someone who's very arrogant, very spiteful, very evil and manipulative, okay? Calculating, doesn't respect anybody else's opinions. So I feel like this Queen of Swords that you're exhibiting is in retaliation to someone that you're dealing with that has that particular energy, okay? They could be an earth sign. Not an earth sign. They could be an air sign, but if not, it's someone who has just that let's just say manipulation, okay? This person is really trying to manipulate a situation with you, and you're not having it anymore, Scorpio, and you're really going to let them have it back, okay? It's like, you're like, listen, I don't know who you thought you were dealing with, and it's so funny because this really matches up with the relationship reading for this month for Scorpio. It's like, I don't know who you think you're dealing with, but I'll show you. Now, moving on, you're coming out of a situation where this may have been a really loving or at least a lot of good feelings in this particular union, okay? Or another union that you have that has a lot of love, or that you are on the same page with that particular person. All right, clarify that though, and we've got the Four of Swords. So whatever happened with you and this particular person who may have even been a soulmate, the Four of Swords in reverse can indicate that, you know, it was maybe something that you used to get out of a rut. Okay, maybe you realized that you had options. You realized that you had other admirers. So whether that was your energy or that and their energy, but it's either something like that, or that that situation turned chaotic for you, or maybe you guys came together at a time of chaos in your life. Okay. And now, if it's this particular person, you realize that this person has been manipulating you, and you're ready to tell them to hit the road, or this relationship, right? That the energy that you're coming out of was destroyed basically by the negativity of this other person. Okay. Moving on to the future energy, we've got the Nine of Swords in the reverse. So this represents things, it's like waking up from a nightmare, okay? Things not as bad as they were. It does represent you feeling a level of, you know, disappointment or grief or worrying, okay, but it's lessened. It's not as bad as it once was. So whatever happened or whatever's going on now, you're moving into a situation where it's like, okay, wow, I survived that. It's not as bad as I thought. You also get the Three of Pentacles, which means that there may be something salvageable in the situation. So maybe it's just, you know, two people who, when they get angry, they can have really hot, nasty tempers. You know, who knows? But whatever this energy, for some of you, you're going to be able to move forward and actually get cooperation from the other person to work things through. Also, though, with the Three of Pentacles, it can indicate a love triangle. So maybe that is what the cause of this current situation is if you're in a love triangle, definitely one person is not happy with the situation, okay? Moving on to what you want, we've got the Hermit in reverse. So for some of you, this could indicate that you want a Virgo, all right? But if it's not the case and you don't want a Virgo, then this Hermit in reverse represents a bit of isolation. Okay, and it's about, yeah, you may feel that after whatever happened, you may need to just take a time out and totally just withdraw from the situation and isolate yourself. That's how you're feeling now, okay? Clarify that. And we've got the Hierophant, okay? So for some of you, you're going to take some time to contemplate the situation, because some of you may be in a marriage and you're going to really have to decide if it's time to end this particular marriage, okay? If that's not the case, then maybe you want marriage, okay? Some of you, like I said, you want marriage, and so some of you are going to get guidance from someone, okay? You're going to take this time out to really determine, you know, with this Two of Wands energy, it's really about you deciding, are you really able to take this situation to the next level, okay? And maybe things are so hot and heavy because, you know, maybe things are stagnant and one or both of you feel like things should move to a next level. Maybe someone wants to move things to the next level and the other person isn't ready. But I think that you are really going to contemplate this next step, okay? Maybe you've been through a separation or a breakup in the past, Scorpio, so therefore it's a little bit harder for you to just jump into something or just take something to the next level, okay? But you're definitely at a crossroads, okay? That's what's driving you. What's motivating you right now is the fact that you know you need to make a decision. Where are you going to go? What's your next step? Clarify that. We've got the Queen of Wands, okay? So the Queen of Wands is about being confident, okay? If it's not a person, because the Queen of Wands can represent Aries, Pisces, or another fire sign. But if this is your energy, this is actually saying that you actually have the confidence and the optimism that whatever decision you make is going to be the right decision, okay? But it's just about making that decision. And I think some of you just need some time to yourself to make that decision. All right? Maybe someone's pressuring you for marriage, okay, Scorpio, and you're just like, I'm not sure because I've got all of this that I need to work out. All right? Your advice for the reading is the Two of Swords in the reverse, though. So I feel like this Two of Swords in the reverse is really about you, you know, letting go and looking inward, okay? It's about really seeking to the truth and coming to some sort of solution. And so if there is a third party situation, I think that you really know that you're going to have to drop, you know, especially the person who's the most negative in the situation, or the person that you feel like is the most manipulative. If it's not a third party situation, then this is really about you going within, right? Letting your guard down finally, seeing things clearly, seeing things for what they are, and making a decision based on that and not based on your emotions, okay? The external factor in the situation is the Eight of Swords in the reverse. So someone else, maybe the other person, one of the people, if this is a love triangle, or if not, someone else is also feeling like they're untrapped, okay? So if there's a situation where somebody felt trapped to you, they're no longer feeling that way, okay? Especially if you guys have had a breakup, whether it was nasty or not, I think that it had to happen, and now you both can move on. Whether it was a breakup or just a really big disagreement, you can both move on. But this person is definitely seeing things for what they are, and they're seeing things with more clarity now also. Okay, and this is also about letting go of boundaries and restrictions. So maybe this person is also letting go of anything that was causing you guys to have any friction. All right, go ahead and clarify that, and we get the Ace of Cups. So this person definitely loves you, Scorpio. Okay, despite whatever nastiness is going on, there's some real love here, and this person's ready to either start over with you or, you know, take things in a new direction with you emotionally. Okay. For others of you, though, you may be dealing with someone who is letting go of this situation because they have found a new love somewhere else. Okay, so like I said, this is one of those readings that's really going to resonate, or you're going to be like, no, that's not my situation at all. Your hopes and your fears, you want romance, okay? You want to get hit by Cupid's arrow. You want someone who's going to sweep you off your feet. You want passion, you know, all that stuff that comes with the wands, all that hot and heavy romance. The Eight of Wands represents that rush of love, okay? That excitement and moving things forward, okay? We can clarify that. And we get the King of Wands in reverse. So for some of you, you may, I think that this is a combination of hoping for something, but like realistically fearing that, you know, if someone's rushing, or maybe it's a fear, maybe you don't want somebody who's rushing in, or you don't want to feel like you rushed into a situation just to find out that you're dealing with someone who's very manipulative, okay? I think that some of you are not wanting to realize or find out that you've been manipulated by someone who represents the King of Wands. This could be a Scorpio, this could be a Sagittarius, or another fire sign, okay? So, or you guys don't want to rush into something and then find out that it's lacking substance, okay? Your outcome is the Temperance card, which represents that you will be looking to find harmony in the situation, okay? For some of you, this person may even be the one, or you may feel like this person is the one for you. Clarify that. We've got the Five of Swords, but I feel like you're going to have to find harmony and balance in a situation with someone who is very combative, very someone who's just causing lots of conflict and drama, and someone who's probably even manipulating. And I think that some of you are afraid because you feel like you've fallen in love, or you've fallen for someone who is a manipulator, okay? And we've got that manipulative energy all throughout here with this King of Swords in reverse, with the Queen of Swords in reverse, now the King of Wands in reverse. But once again, Scorpio, I feel like you're in a good place to make a decision, okay? I think you have everything you need to make the best choice and the best decision for you going forward. And for some of you, that decision is going to be to make things work, okay? To try to make it work with the person that you feel like is the one for you, despite the fact that you've got this other troublemaker that's trying to mess things up. All right, Scorpio, so that is your December reading. Again, if you'd like something more personalized, guys, go ahead and contact me. All my information is in the description bar below the video. Also, there's another Divine Love Tarot channel that popped up that has not me, that has nothing to do with me. So please make sure that you are clicking on my videos. When you click on Divine Love Tarot, look for the turquoise, okay? Look for my little turquoise heart, and you know that's me. And also, if you celebrate the holidays, happy holidays. If you don't, whatever you decide to do, be safe in December, and Happy New Year's, guys. I'll see you at the next video. Bye, Scorpio.